Indiana tonight, Jim. Your very first visit to Lake Hills Haunted House in St. John. What did you think?
Well, yes, as you mentioned, my first visit there, and I was immensely impressed. I mean, this was just top to bottom, an absolute Hall of Fame haunt. I think from the very first, in essence, pre-wait entertainment, the actors were just consistently on point, just very engaging, very effective. Really, in terms of a Michael Myers, immersion into that experience, just an absolute Hall of Fame haunt from the very beginning. And I'll get to it eventually, but in terms of the ending performance, just absolute knockout. The haunt itself, just extremely well done. Again, what I really look for are a couple things in particular. Number one are the sets. Is there, distinct sets, but also have a line of continuity that runs through them? And are the actors, consistently engaged in their performance? And do they vary, the effectiveness of the scares, of the, in essence, their performance, and not one note and shrill? And on both counts, I thought they were extraordinary. Again, just an experience that really was, consistently unique throughout. And just when you think basically the experience is finished, you have Michael Myers waiting for you at the end, and really never breaking character. I mean, staying in character throughout, following you basically all the way out to the parking lot, and just like I say, overall a highly unique experience, and for my first time, an absolute Hall of Fame experience. And so in that case, I would say it has to merit a 6 chainsaw rating for me.
Okay, Indiana tonight, Laura. First stop, Lake Hills Haunted House in St. John. What did you think this time around?
I love it. It's one of our
Okay, that's
Hall
it.
of Fame. That's
Thanks.
It, done.
No, go ahead. Continue.
No, I love Lake Hills. That's one of our highlights every year. And it didn't disappoint. Every year it's like they take it up a notch, which is hard to believe that they can even do that, but they do. I don't know. I don't know what else I can even say besides the fact that it's got great sets. It's got the actors in there are just outstanding. They put their all into it. It's just all around a great haunt, a great time. They've got great live, the wait entertainment, including my favorite guy. and
we all know who that is.
Yeah, we all know who that is. But even the other actors, they've got the clowns, the All-American Terrors, and they're great. They're very entertaining and great, and they're over there too.
They add to the haunt.
Yes, they do. They definitely add to it. They're great. So, but this one it's been in our Hall of Fame in the past, and this year the same. This is another one of the contenders for a Golden Chainsaw. I absolutely loved it. Lake Hills gets 6 chainsaws.
Okay, Lake Hills. Lake Hills, I don't know how often I could repeat that the haunt is outstanding. I say this all the time, but it always manages to be a little bit different and a little bit better every time. And this is one of those haunts that if it stayed exactly the same as it has been in previous years, I'd be totally fine with that because it's really good all the time. One of the things about Lake Hills that I enjoy is the setting is an old abandoned country club, golf country club, field house type of thing. So it's got different levels and it's got that old abandoned feel, and that says a lot. But they also enhance it with sets, and the sets are slightly different every year. It always opens in a doctor's office area, which was great. Have to say, I loved the doctors and nurse characters last year, but this year they outdid themselves. There is a nurse with these black eyes. She has these eyes that have no pupils, they're just black. And she walks backwards, upside down, and she's got a needle sticking out of her chest. Just outstanding, okay? And that's in the first 30 seconds, 1 minute of the haunt. And that made it for me right there. But there's so many characters that I could point out that are outstanding in there. The other nurse that sort of leads you into the other area, the doctor himself. There's a doll room with some crazy dolls with outstanding makeup. One of the rooms has this girl with this smile on her face. It looks like she ripped her face open, and she actually had like red liquid, looked just like blood dripping out of it. Another character is there's a cannibal kitchen, and there's a cook in there, and he was hilarious. He was offbeat and hilarious. And I also have to say, Laura got caught 4 times. 4 times they got her in this haunt, which was pretty impressive, which gave me a laugh. I'm sure she wasn't laughing, but I was. It was pretty funny. So overall, I could go on and on, but to encapsulate, this is a haunt that has a lot of feeling, a lot of heart. It's a family. It's been described to us as a family, and it really is. You can see that everybody loves what they're doing in there. And these are younger actors, okay, mostly high school age. And sometimes when you're portraying certain types of characters, it can be one note. There's a whole room full of crazy people in there. No pun intended. They're playing crazy people in straitjackets and things, and they just do weird stuff. They crawl backwards across the floor. They come out of different areas at you. Some of them are quiet and giggly. Other ones are loud and crazy. Then that variation really keeps it entertaining. It's not one note. It's not shrill, as Jim likes to point out. It's varied, and it's a haunt that is actually not quite that long. It's about 13 minutes long or so, but it seems a lot longer because it's so much fun. Clever and creative and run by high school kids together, and it really rivals a lot of the professional haunts that we go to. To not describe this as professional is to do it a disservice, because it is a professional haunt. Professional
you mean
team
like
effort.
the big company?
Yes, I
like
mean
13th
professional
floor,
company
yeah.
owned with millions of dollars haunts. This is a professionally done haunt. Make no mistake about it. Just because it's younger people in there doesn't mean a thing. It's got a lot of heart, and it's excellent, and I love it. And I have to mention the Wade Entertainment before and after. If you're a Michael Myers fan, you need to go to this haunt just to watch what he does with other people, because it's hilarious. Watching him follow people around. I've never seen somebody stay in character as Michael Myers as often as this character does. He stood in front of our car and wouldn't move. He just stood there.
With holding the knife.
There were other people around. He could have bothered them, but no, he just stood in front of our car. And he does this kind of thing all the time. I could just watch him in the parking lot all the time. It's great. Love Lake Hills. This
He
is
was terrifying the girls, terrorizing them in front of us. The girls in front of us.
Yes, yes, he
before
was.
we got into the haunt, that was funny.
Outstanding. I've never seen better. And this is a Hall of Fame haunt for us yet again. Lake Hills, go see it.